Good morning and welcome to Between the Covers. I am your host, Jeffrey Yorio, and I thank you for your time and your ear. Today's reading is from the book Sour by Shae Smith. The screams of a tortured woman spilled into the cracks of the van's windows. I steadied my breathing. Any other person would be concerned. They'd call the police for help. They'd be worried for their parents' well being. Not me. The sound of someone in pain and begging for their life no longer fazed me. The garbled pleas of suffering individuals had strung between my ears since childhood. Merrill and Louise were serial killers, and I was raised in blood, baptized in the blood of their victims. I sighed again. I should have guessed this was the birthday surprise Merrill had been raving about. I couldn't help but wonder if the victim was one of Merrill's lean legged bicyclists or someone that Louise had been sinking vengeance against. Either way, I wasn't feeling up to cleaning up their mess. I massaged my temple, knowing I didn't have a choice. The double wooden doors in the house swung open as I stepped out of the van. Merrill stood in the threshold wearing his famous butcher's robe. The whiter linen was stained with layers of splattered blood. Shrills of pain thundered from the inside of the house behind Merrill. A bloodied axe hung from his left hand. An axe was Merrill's favorite weapon. He twirled the meat cleaver with his right hand. Merrill's pupil was lost in his root beer colored eyes. They shone with delight underneath the red smear across his forehead. Happy birthday, Sable Bell! You finally made it home. Can you guess what's for dinner? I know you can hear dessert. Merrill lifted the meat cleaver and grinned. I returned a half smile. My parents didn't eat their victims. They weren't that sick. They wanted to kill their victims slowly. They liked to watch their prey suffer. They played with organs and drew pictures and puddles of blood. They were evil, but they weren't cannibals. Outside of having horrific fantasies about slaughtering bicycle enthusiasts, Merrill was an okay guy. He helped others in need and was kind natured. God knew how many times he helped save me from the wrath of Louise. I could not imagine what life would be like without Merrill. I imagined I would have had an interest in learning how to ride a bike. I closed the van door and gave him a full smile. The screaming behind him intensified. I heard the woman crying for her children. The parents always did, even if they weren't good parents to begin with. Hey, Merrill, I waved. Merrill and Louise never allowed me to call them dad or mom. They said it would strip them of their own individuality. I believed it was because they were psychopaths. Are you ready for your first kill, Bill? I have a ripe one in there for you. Merrill's crooked smile made me cringe. I dropped my head and prayed for the universe to give me some guidance. Thank you, and salute.